Well, hey everybody, and welcome back to It's Only Food with Chef John Politte. Today we are going to be showing you how to make nacho cheese sauce. Cue the music. Well, hey, thanks a lot for joining us today. If this is your first time watching, please go down to the subscribe button right there in the corner and then hit that little notification bell to be notified each and every time I upload new content. Alright, well, you clicked on this video to watch me show you how to make nacho cheese sauce. So let's head into our kitchen here and see what the ingredients are. We're going to start out with about 8 tablespoons of butter, a half cup of flour, we have some milk, 1 teaspoon of chicken base, about 10 slices of American cheese, and a tablespoon of Chef John Politte's chili seasoning and dry smoke rub, which we will talk about more during the show. Let's head into the kitchen and start cooking this up. Alright, I have got our butter into the pan on a medium-low heat. I want to just kind of melt this down before we add our flour. Alright, our butter's pretty much melted in here. So I'm going to slowly add the flour into this. Turn the heat down just a bit, a little bit more, a little bit at a time to make a nice roux. Okay, so I've got a nice blonde roux here. It is cooked down a little bit. It's thickened. Still got some bubbles going on, but all the flour has been incorporated into the butter, and we've got a nice blonde roux. Remember, the more you cook this, the nuttier the flavor is going to get, and we really don't want that nuttiness into our cheese sauce. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start adding our liquid. I didn't put I didn't put in the description box below. There is all the ingredients and the amounts listed. I did not add an amount for the milk or the liquid I'm adding because as this thickens, I want it to be a different consistency than I would as a sauce or a gravy or a soup. It's going to be a cheese sauce, so when I add the cheese, it's going to help thicken it as well. So I'm going to just wing that. I'm going to switch out to a whip here too. We will add that. It'll be added in the description box, but we're just going to add our liquid a little bit at a time. We do want milk. You can use water too, and I want milk to give it some creaminess. As that roux cooks even more and the liquid heats up, it'll thicken. Now's a good time to add our chicken base. That teaspoon of some chicken base. That's just to give it a foundation and a little bit of savoriness. Otherwise it's just going to taste like flour, milk, and cheese. Normally with the amount of roux that we use, with the measurements with the flour and the butter, you want to add about a quart of water or liquid to that. But like I said, I don't want it to be too runny or too thick. I want to make this as I go. Okay, I'm just going to let that set and thicken a little bit. I think we're where we want to be with this. Give it just a little taste here. We have a bechamel coming right now. Yep, this is your plain white sauce right now. It is thickening. Now I'm going to add the cheese. I'm going to go 10 pieces. And I'm just going to add American cheese to this. You can use whatever cheese you'd like to this, but I'm adding American just because that's what I have on hand, and also it just does a really wonderful job of melting into the sauce. I'm going to add a little bit more milk because it's getting thick again. You kind of have to wait till the sauce is hot to add the cheese because it won't melt otherwise. This also doesn't clump, like if you put cheddar in, or mozzarella, or Gouda, or whatever cheese you want in there. It won't clump up and get oily either. American cheese is really kind of an overlooked cheese. It also adds a little bit of color. We're getting more of a yellow in here now, or an orange. There's all kinds of ways of making this sauce. This is my version of it. I can make it 20 ways to Sunday, but this is kind of an easy starter sauce for a lot of people that have never done it before. Add 4 more pieces of cheese to go, and then we can add the seasoning. And that cheese is helping the sauce get thick too. And this is kind of, you can feel it as you're stirring with a whip, kind of the thickness and the viscosity of the sauce you want. And just imagine that you're going to be using a tortilla chip to scoop up the sauce and eat. That's kind of where you want it to be. You don't want it to be dripping all over the front of you or all over the table. So this is about the viscosity that I want. And right now I'm going to add my seasoning. Apparently somebody's trying to text me. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of Chef John Politte's chili seasoning and dry smoke rub. This has got 2 different ways to be used. This right here, it is awesome on a brisket, smoked brisket, and it's also, surprisingly enough, good in a lot of Spanish cooking as well, Mexican or Latino cooking. So I've added about a tablespoon into this. I'm going to give it another taste, see where we're at with it. Oh yeah, it's cheesy. It's got a little bit of a bite to it. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to plate this up. We're going to take some awesome photos of it for social media. We are going to place those photos into the timeline of this video with some groovy music, and then we're going to come back and we're going to taste this. So don't go anywhere. Enjoy the pictures and enjoy the music. Here's our platter with our cheese sauce and our chips on it. We got those pictures, were pretty good. I was tempted to taste it and I did. It was pretty good. One thing I'd like to mention though is before you add the seasoning to it, this does make a pretty good just cheese sauce. Add a little salt and pepper to it. You can put it on your pasta, and you got mac and cheese. You could use it as a cheese sauce with some eggs or whatever you want to do with it. But you don't have to do it with my seasonings. You can do it with anything you want. Throw salsa in there as well. Mix that up. You got yourself a pretty good sauce. In the closing portion of this video, I will have all the information you'll need for my Etsy shop. So just stay tuned. It's at the end of the video. We're almost there. Right now, we're going to taste this. Oh, that cheesy goodness on there. Dripping off that chip. It's a little warm. Probably good cold too. You can let this cool and use it too. Well, kind of hot. Alright, you can definitely taste my wonderful seasonings in there. Not a plug, but they are good. That chicken base we added to it gave it a really good base and a foundation which to build flavor on. That umami savoriness that we want. You can taste it in there. It really does stand out in the sauce. It's creamy. The texture is just right for a cheese sauce. That American cheese gives it kind of a neutral cheesiness. It's not a lot of different, tartness like a Swiss cheese has a different flavor, and a cheddar and stuff like that. That American cheese is a pretty neutral cheese and it's easy to work with. Give this a try. It's simple and easy. If you've never made a cheese sauce, start out with this and then experiment. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you check out the end of this to find out where you can get my seasonings. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Hey, I appreciate you watching today. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to check out that description box on your way out. Not only does it contain the recipe for this show, but it also has a bunch of groovy links. I have a gourmet seasoning shop on Etsy and also have a cookbook on sale. Those links are down there. Don't forget to check out the playlists I've got down there for how to create a cooking show on YouTube, and also a playlist link for how to improve your channel and help it grow. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so already, and then make sure you share this video with everyone that you know. Take care of yourself. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time, right here on It's Only Food with Chef John Politte. Bye-bye.